Reactor online. Sensors
Alright, I
online.
didn't pay attention. I don't know who I'm up
Weapons
against. I forgot to activate my premium time, so I was quickly trying to find a loot bag that would have premium time. It is Solaris 1v1 heavies on Liao jungle, because I left it to the last day to do this. I'm going to try flamers because, well, I'm very tempted to try with night gear. I'm just thinking this is probably the meta. Or maybe not definitively on this map, but I think it gives me a reasonable chance of success, so I'm going to try it. Haven't seen...
Target.
There we go, there's my opponent. Roll some damage on the way in. They have heat issues now. They'll get cooked to death now, 100%. They have no chance anymore. And I just need to watch my heat and or a headshot. But 2 light PPCs wouldn't be a headshot. Easy, easy, easy. It was a weird build. He had rocket launchers. I didn't notice that, but so flamers are going to be complained here for a lot of people for a decent reason. But in the old Solaris, not the Event Q Solaris, but the one that existed a number of years back, flamers were adjusted so that they didn't ramp up your opponent's heat. They instead dealt damage like machine guns. And you also couldn't use consumables in the old Solaris either. But, you know, Event Q doesn't have that, so flamers actually function, and in 1v1s, flamers are rather cheap, which is why I'm using them. I'm here to win. Whether or not my opponents have a good time is kind of secondary. I'm going try-hard competitive here. And I'm just trying to bang out my 10 games quick before the hour runs out and I can't play anymore and I don't get my rewards. So I need to get 10 games completed in the next 45 minutes. Not that challenging, but I don't have time to like try and metagame outthink like how I'm going to take down an Orion that's got too much of an armor buff and has flamers, which is exactly why I'm playing that mech. I do believe it's beatable. But I don't have time to try and think hard, and I don't have a high mechanical skill level, so I'm just running at them and flamering them. And I'm going to do that for 10 drops, get my 10 games played, get my warhorns, and call it a day. And go to bed. I need to sleep. Because, yeah.
Online.
All right.
Sensors
So
online.
that's one down.
Weapons online.
Same thing.
Nominal. Override.
They might have a more real build than racks and light PPCs. I also have a game plan for if I run into flamers, although I didn't super hard metagame that. I thought about playing yesterday, or I should have played yesterday. It was Caves, which I wasn't thrilled to play in. I don't really like that map. And you know, I expected to just be Flamer Orions versus Flamer Orions, and I had a plan on how to win that mirror match.
Target.
Alright. So what does he got? He's got fat legs. Oh, I blew him on CT. Did he cook at all? I don't even know. I was trying to go legs there. Then his CT blew out when I shot it. So I guess I missed my target. My aim wasn't good there. Anyway. I got my... No, my premium time's not running yet. Will be soon. I found a loot bag with premium time. And yeah, I'm properly recording. Good. So I'll upload this to YouTube again. There we go. Got my premium time running now. Yeah, I'm not getting it done in time for anyone who's looking for like builds or metagame ideas. I'm not getting these out early enough. I should have been playing day 1 instead of day 5. Maybe I'll be able to correct that with the mediums, which is up next, and play on a different map. But for today, this is what I got. That's 2 out of 10. Oh, I don't even know if the Flamers are being very effective last fight. Yeah, I guess the old Solaris, you also weren't guaranteed to get the same map every time. There's 5 different Solaris maps, and it was a ban system where you would ban a map, they would ban a map, so on, until the last map that was not banned ended up being the chosen map. So you could ban 2 maps, which for me, I usually banned Boreal Reach or Boreal Vault. I don't remember its exact name. That's a range-favored snow map. And then I usually banned Caves, which is a very brawl-focused map. So if my opponent was ranged or if they were brawl, they wouldn't get their specific chosen map. These other 3 maps, Factory,
Sensors online.
Jungle, and Coliseum, they all
systems
enable a variety of different gameplay options. You can play range, you can play brawl, sort of.
Override engage.
So I just feel that they're more balanced maps. They didn't, but you can't just take an Orion and know that you're on a specific map. You have to have 3 different maps that your build would end up on. Again, same thing. Run at them, twist on the way in. Oh, this guy's on a different angle. That's a pretty good start for him. Now, which way is he going to go? I need to actually know.
UAV
I think he's going to go and try to run to A2. I'm going to try to cut him off. Also, I didn't pick him up on sensors. There we go. He has ECM. He has Rax and ECM. An Apache, which is heavily quirked. There we go. Flamer shut down. He should cook. There, he's cooking.
Target destroyed.
I didn't even get the back shot on him. He cooked to death. I was about to get the kill through the rear CT back shot. I'm not paying attention to my flamer ventilation because I don't play with flamers normally. They're not good in quick play. I don't actually really know how they work properly. Like, I don't have a feel for how quick they ramp up or all that. Like, this hasn't been scienced. I'm just running at people, applying heat, and then they're dying. Which is why old Solaris had the flamers adjusted so they didn't do this. But yeah, I think you're getting a feel as to why I didn't want to play Caves, because this would be a mirror match, basically. And in tight confines, which it could have been kind of fun. I was thinking to counter the opposing flamers, I might put an LBX-20 in here, because it has a lower heat. The way that flamers work is they raise a mech's heat threshold to 90%. So there's still a 10% threshold there that flamers won't increase your heat past. You shouldn't. It's possible to not overheat when fighting against flamers if your weapons don't generate more than 10% of your heat capacity. So machine guns are very good against flamers. For lights, where it's going to be machine guns with flamers versus machine guns with flamers, the flamers aren't going to be effective because the machine guns can keep shooting even when you're at 90% heat capacity, because you're never going to overheat shooting just machine guns and tapping your jump jets. But in a heavy mech fight, the flamers are very effective.
Reactor online. Sensors
All right, so that's number
online.
3 down. This is number
Weapons
4.
Online. All systems nominal. Override engage.
This is command. Eliminate all enemies.
My hands are shaking. I'm like didn't sleep well, and it's past my bedtime. And yeah, I'm a little bit hyped up right now. Okay, so I need to watch for where he's going to be positioning. ECM mech is far enough away that I won't get that red blip. Also, I don't have much rear armor, so I don't want them to get behind me. Okay. Where did they go? They could be camping back in their spawn, or they could have gotten past and run toward my spawn. They could have gone B1, B2 to B1, low ground, and I maybe wouldn't have seen them. My biggest fear right now is getting backshot. There we go, something happened.
Target acquired.
Okay. They did go B2 to B1, I missed him. There we go, he's right around the corner.
Activated.
Enjoy flamers. Oh, he didn't bring flamers. I did. Now my flamers are dealing immense amounts of heat to me, so... But, unless he headshots me, I should have this. Or I miss incredibly hard. Repeatedly. There we go. I shot over his head or something there. I don't know what's going on. But another fairly easy win. So maybe I should take a harder cut there to make sure that nobody gets in my back. Because I'm only running the one rear armor. Streaming time, I'm making big bank here. I don't know if I popped... I did pop a UAV, so that's 40,000 C-bill deduction there. Except I bought them on sale, so it's only 20,000. Did I pop a cool shot or not? I think I might have. Alright. And just jump back in the queue as quick as possible. 4 down. Going for 5. Insta drop. Very nice. Hopefully I get a variety of opponents again. And I will be showing the build and skills at the end of this run. I gotta wait till the end because I gotta get these drops done before the clock runs out. I don't think my skill tree is necessarily very good, but there's some optimization that could definitely be done on the
Reactor online.
on the skills, maybe on the build as well.
Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
This mech, the way I have it built, it's not very fast. It could be kited if this map was suitable for kiting. I don't know if it's possible on this map, but maybe. I'm going to cut down to the left.
Target acquired.
Yeah, he's playing range of some sort, but he's moving to Bravo 1. I'm going to go run forward here. Yeah, okay. It's a night gear. Some sort of autocannon build. It doesn't look like proto mech autocannon to me. But how much damage can he do on my approach? And I may be cutting around too much. Now his LBXs will actually match up pretty good against my flamers.
Torso critical damage.
I'm not getting shots off half the time when I'm twisting in to shoot.
Activated.
If he doesn't explode from heat right shortly, I'm in big trouble here.
Target destroyed.
But actually blew him out through damage. Okay, so I'm twisting too early to get my shots off, I think. My approach probably could have been better. I did spread damage okay. My head tanked a little bit for my CT. And we end up with a win. I don't know if the flamers did anything there. But the Orion has an excessive amount of armor. The problems with the Orion are that its arms are kind of low and wide. And so in quick play, like the only thing it can do is dedicated brawl. And in quick play, that just kind of doesn't really work when you're moving at 64 kph. But in a small 1v1 arena, there's no additional targets that can cover him while he's retreating or anything like that. He just can't whittle through the armor fast enough is what I'm betting on. And 5 LBX 5s is not going to do it. I was looking at playing in night gear. I was looking at using like 5 protomech autocannon 8s and then a light PPC or maybe even a full-size clan ERPBC. That's the kind of firepower I was looking at doing on a Night Gear to try and drop an opposing Orion before they could close the gap. 5 LBX5 is just not going to do it. But the 5 LBX5s are probably immune to my Flamer heat because of the low heat generation when they're firing. Probably. I'm not confident. My Flamers might have been more a hindrance to me than anything else. One last thing with Flamers that I'm forgetting about is I should be blinding their cockpit with it. Not aiming at their center torso, but aiming at their cockpit with my Flamers in order to take their vision away. That's something I can improve on. All right, it's 5 down, 5 more to go. New opponent I haven't seen yet.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
I probably have excessive ammunition here.
Override engage.
All right, so I'm going to cut down the left. Could jump scout me from spawn like the Night Gear did last time. They got a blip on me. We got a blip on him too. 300 meters, Mad Dog C. Okay, it's gonna be dual LBX-20. Alright. I think he might be immune to my Flamers too. No, I don't think so. I gotta stop flamering myself. I hit the arm, not the torso. Alright, so that's another build that last Solaris event, which was probably a couple years ago. I played the Mad Dog C with dual LBX-20s in the caves. It's a good build, pretty tanky, a little bit vulnerable to the arms or side torso getting blown off, but not too bad. It doesn't have Orion levels of armor, though. Yeah. I think that event queue Solaris was both weight class and like clan specific, so it was only clan heavies on that one, which is why I was doing the Mad Dog C. Just got a bit of a bigger alpha here with the Orion plus more armor and flamers. But the Mad Dog C is probably viable. Just not. I think the Orion's better. Like it's a 60-ton mech going against a 75-ton mech that has insane armor quirks, so I've just got more firepower and more armor. Less speed, but speed doesn't really matter in this type of a brawl. There's not much room for them to run away from me. It does matter to an extent. Like there's probably some mech out there that could kite me if I don't path very well. I did take speed tweak on this mech. I think I'm moving 66, 67 kph, something like that. It's a pretty small arena. If I path correctly, guess correctly, probably be almost impossible to kite me. That's what I'm hoping. Was that 6 or was that 5? I think that was 6. I've got another 4 to go, including this one.
Weapons online. All systems nominal.
So I'm easily going to make my time deadline. That's the nice thing about these. If the queue's popping, these matches don't take long. Just re-queue, get back in there right away. Okay, gonna dip down on the left, try to avoid getting shot or spotted. Make the cut on this side of the rock or the other side of the rock. Probably should do the other side of the rock. Whoops. Okay, I haven't seen him yet. I don't think he's seen me yet. There he is. Looks like a Crusader of some sort. No, it's an Orion. But he has flamers too. The mirror match. He's going leg. Alright, now we're both at peak cap, I hope. Maybe he isn't. He's flamered enough, he should be. I'm going for the wrong side torso. And he's legged me, so... Alright, got him through the center torso before he got my second leg. I didn't play that how I was planning or very smart or all that. But yeah, I leg shielded okay, and he didn't run past me initially to get the second leg. I don't know, I didn't play very well, but it was enough for a win. Yeah. Some guys doing the same thing I am. And I was shooting the left torso when I should have been shooting the right torso. The right torso takes off his AC-20, whereas the left torso, there's probably nothing in there. There might be ammo, depending. That was absolutely poor targeting on my part. The Orion 2C, you shoot in the left torso to take that off because it's a giant hitbox. And like, okay, it's a big hitbox here too, but there's nothing in there. Whereas if I take off the AC-20, that takes away all of his, a lot of his firepower, like 3/4 of his firepower or something, but also it takes away his cool running firepower. Like I tested it, or I didn't test it, I just theoried it. But the AC-20 generates less than 10% of my heat capacity, so I can fire that even when I'm being flamered, and it won't increase my heat to overheat damage, whereas the SRMs would. So if I take off that side torso, then the flamer doesn't protect him anymore.
Reactor
This is a mirror
online.
match, right? Yeah, so I can just do this
Sensors
time
online.
proper targeting, take off
Weapons
his right torso,
online.
do a better job leg shielding,
All
do a better job
systems
aiming.
nominal.
I should have taken cooldown nodes, I'm realizing now. I'm just twisting into fire just a little bit before
Override engaged.
it's possible. And I need to watch my flamer ramp up. Okay, so I already know what the opposing mech is, I just need to play it smarter.
Target acquired.
Okay, he's trying to get my leg off quick here. I'm going to actually shield using this terrain.
UAV activated.
There we go.
Heat level critical. Override shutdown.
Oh, that I shouldn't have fired the missed the side torso. I've got it open. I just need to hit it. There we go. There we go. Now he'll cook.
Critical.
I need to pop my cool
Override
shot.
shutdown.
There we go. Okay, so I took overheat damage there because I fired the SRMs when I shouldn't have. I should have been sticking to the AC-20. So I was a little bit fortunate there, but once I get his side torso off, he's cooking because he's going to be a light engine unless he's going incredibly slow. And his flamer's already max heat capacity there because he's been ramping them up initially, whereas I wasn't because I know his flamers are going to take his heat up as well as mine, so there's no need to use my flamers on him to ramp his heat up, in my opinion. I'd rather just try to pick that side torso off. And then he can't use his flamers anymore. So once he's ramped his flamers up into the red bar area, approximately, I'm guessing here, right? He should be at high heat and he can't apply the flamers anymore without incredible heat ramp up on the flamers. Pop the cool shot to drop my heat down and start shooting. So don't waste any energy on flamering him is my plan there. I think I did pretty good on that. And then, of course, take off the right torso, take that AC-20 away. Pretty easy win in the mirror match, I think. In theory, that was number 8. We're doing 2 more here to get to my 10. I guess I could keep going as well. I'm still learning how to play this. I'm still improving on it. I use the I know he's going legs, right? Because of the previous match, and also he was initially targeting and damaging my legs. I was playing that ridge line there to keep my legs underneath cover while still getting my arms above it so I can fire. Denies him being able to shoot me where he wants to shoot me, while also still allowing me to fire on him. So that's what I was doing there with the ridge line on that creek. I didn't really explain that. That was also pretty key, I think, as well. Yeah. We're just playing a Flamer Mirror match. Good times. New opponent, don't know who they are, what they are. I don't think I've fought them yet. Okay, I want to cut behind this pillar is what I've decided because otherwise I'm skylining there. Okay, so I already see a mech. Timberwolf, Bounty Hunter. Okay. it's probably going to be SRMs or I don't know what's going on. No, it's Meatballs. He's dead. Unless he legs me and kites me, he's dead. Like, this is already over. Yeah, he's just standing still. He might as well just power down. Well, I guess go for a headshot. He could go for a headshot, not me. Like, that's his chance of winning. And I actually took his head out, which I wasn't really aiming for his head. I was just trying to take out the center torso, but I guess AC-20 hit this head. I disrespected him, and it got a little bit close. But nothing. That's not the type of mech you bring to Solaris. Let's put it that way. The advantages of energy in this game is that you don't require ammunition, which means that in an 8v8 or 12v8, you're firing your lasers multiple times throughout the entire match, right? So you're saving tonnage by not needing to bring ammunition. In a 1v1, you only need to bring enough ammunition to kill one mech. So anything that uses ammunition, if it's slightly balanced for 8v8 or 12v12, it's already going to be stronger than energy when it comes to a 1v1. The other aspect of the 1v1 is you can't hide to cool down, typically speaking, because your one opponent is engaged specifically only with you. You don't have another teammate to step in and like take some heat for you when you got to cool down behind a rock or whatever. You can't do the peeky pokey stuff for the most part in a 1v1. Depending on the map, a little bit like kiting on certain maps is a possibility there, where you might have time to cool down while running away from your opponent. But in a short straight up brawl, you don't have time to cool down, and you need to be using cutting ammo to maximize the other aspects of your build. And you can't do that with lasers. Lasers are just terrible in a 1v1 for the most part. Like, meat pulse lasers are not viable. Small pulse maybe. Yeah. Alright, it's gonna be the same guy. He's probably in the same mech. I doubt he's changed it. I'm gonna pop the UAV in case he's on the bridge above me. He's not. Now, if he rips a leg off, right? And he's standing still. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to go for headshots or something. Like I should. Nah, he's just. I don't know what's going on. It looks like he's surrendering because he stands still to shoot in like even a bad position. He's not on top of a hill or anything, but he's still playing. So I don't know if he's trying to pick out a headshot, but he's not getting anywhere near that in terms of like where he's aiming or anything, or if he's just maybe it's just a kid or somebody playing with one hand and they walk out and then they stand still because they need to use their hand for their mouse to aim. I don't know what's going on. Something's going on. It's weird. It's weird. That is the 10th drop. Do I keep going or do I cut it at 10? You know what? Let's play a couple more. I want some challenge here yet to wrap up on the video. And I've got another 20 minutes before the event queue ends. So, or 17 minutes. Let's see if we can get some different opponents here quickly. Yeah. There is a leaderboard on this as well. Oh, wow, there we go. That is a top player. Yeah, there's a leaderboard, and it looks like they're just using straight KDA, or sorry, win-loss ratio as the leaderboard metric. No ELO ranking. Just straight up win-loss ratio. So this is going to be a hard fight. I need to play it a lot smarter than I have the last couple of fights. Assuming they connect. I believe they're a Div A player, RJSC 2006. I think they're on the Div A team. Like a top 3 top 4 type
Reactor
Div A team.
Online.
But yeah,
Sensors online. Weapons online. All
I think they also
systems
used to be on a
nominal.
different team or different
Override
unit for a bit
engage.
before they joined 228. That's more of a recent development, the reformation of 228. I'm actually playing with a different 228 team in the current comp league. At our week 1 match on Sunday night, and then going to our week 2 match soon. Okay, they haven't seen me yet. I haven't seen them yet. There we go.
Acquired.
Oh, they're doing heavy Gauss. Okay. Well, I need to not get headshot and close the gap
UAV activated.
quickly. All right, got the shot in the arm. This is another build that's immune to the flamers. Brought his own.
Critical.
Oh crap!
Override.
Shouldn't have
shutdown.
popped. I need to. I missed that shot. I missed that shot. I opened it, but I haven't removed it. Okay, I legged him. Gonna keep circling. Okay, his flamers are off now,
Damage.
but I don't have a cool shot, and I'm open CT. Here we go. 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 No, 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 no. Get around behind. Get around. Ah, he's circled too fast. I thought I had it. I do not. And his flamers are back on.
Override shutdown.
I'm playing poorly. I'm gonna lose this.
Right arm critical damage. Heat level critical.
I need to get off of him so I can circle him and get that shot in the leg. I'm too high.
Target destroyed.
Okay, so I managed to dip it there. Managed to dip down underneath to get that shot because the hill was preventing me from getting the second leg. Alright, quick summary. I misplayed with when I popped the cool shot. I popped it while his flamers are still active, so I couldn't pop it and kill him after his flamers turned off. And the heavy Gauss is immune to my flamers, so I didn't use my flamers. I could use my flamers against his flamers, but that just ramps up both of our heat, and his weapons are not dependent on having heat capacity to be able to fire, whereas mine are. So it's more about tanking it and going for the leg in order to prevent him from being able to deal damage to him, to me, while I'm dropping my heat, so that I can then get the capacity to fire my weapons again. That's basically what I was trying to do there. And it worked out, so great success. Yeah, the dual heavy Gauss directly counters my flamers, because the dual heavy Gauss does not generate more than 10% heat. That's why he stuck flamers on top of his weapons, because why not? He can. He has heat capacity for it. He's not really giving up much to get it, whereas I'm actually giving up something to get flamers on my mech. This might actually be a really good build. I'm lucky he wasn't going for heads or missed going for heads or something. I also got a shot on my arm instead of on my side torso or center torso. That's pretty big, because my weapons were kind of just hanging on at the end there. I almost lost the entire thing there. That was, yeah. All right, we got a rematch. This is the type of fight that I'm looking for, kind of. I mean, I don't know. For the leaderboard, I should just be beating guys with bad builds and standing still, but because there's no elo component to it as far as I can see. But this is a more challenging fight. There's a little bit more thinking going on here, some actual gameplay that's entertaining and interesting, as opposed to just running people over who aren't prepared. Okay, so he's going to do a lot better this time around. He'll probably hit his shots. I think he was already managing the flamers quite well. I don't think there's anything he can improve on that. Yeah. I know what I'm facing. He knows what he's facing.
Reactor
The double
online.
leg kill, he might
Sensors
be ready for it,
online.
but I think it might still be my
Weapons
best
online.
option. It looked like maybe he
All
stripped his
systems
legs a bit.
nominal. Override engage.
And I need to remember my AC 10 only when I have that high heat going on, and save my cool shot for when his flamers are turned off. Lots of little improvements I can make here. But he'll also be more prepared and have all those small little improvements as well. Okay, again, I'm going to cut behind this rock just to try and get a little bit more cover on my way in. I'm assuming he's going to a similar location.
Target.
No, he's just going to
acquired.
sit in spawn because he knows I'm coming. Yeah. All right. All right, he hit arm, so that's another success for me. He hit the other arm. Okay, he might actually be going for the arms intentionally. I missed my shot. He's flamering to ramp me up. I missed.
Right torso critical damage. Heat
There we
level
go.
critical.
Just trying to put flamers on him a little bit for pressure. There we go.
Critical. Override shutdown. Critical.
Yeah, popped the
Override
cool shot there.
shutdown. Right torso
I didn't get his leg.
destroyed.
Oh, I didn't get
Right
his
arm
leg.
destroyed. Left arm critical damage.
Now
Autocannon destroyed.
in.
Left
No,
arm destroyed.
I needed to be shielding
SRM
the other side.
ammo destroyed. SRM destroyed.
Give him the headshot.
Flamer destroyed.
He performed better. I performed worse. As you know, kind of. Yeah. He got the headshot. Okay. Okay, so he might have intentionally be going for the arms when I thought he was missing it hitting the arm there, but I think he was really going the I didn't circle well, my movement was poor. That's I think the biggest aspect. But yeah, he might have been intentionally going for the arm. I think he was still going for the right torso initially when he hit my arm the first time, but he got that side torso off, which I needed to keep protected better. And yeah, the arms are maybe the vulnerability. I did strip a little bit of armor on the arms. Maybe that's something that needs to be changed. I was expecting people to go legs on me for the most part, and they kind of have been. All right, I'm going to call it there. There's still a couple minutes left. I could play a little bit more, but I think it's time to just cut and go. Actually, I want to look at that as well. But okay, so I'm going to show this loadout. This is what I came up with. Actually, I came up with kind of not. Yeah, you cut ammo significantly because it's a 1v1. I could probably cut even further. And then I cut the engine down to a light 295 from a light 300. It saves you like a full ton to do that. Although you can't put 2 heat sinks in the engine, you can only put 1. But yeah, it's 19.5 tons versus 20.5. And the extra tonnage that I saved off of the engine cut and off of the ammo cut goes to full leg armor and to adding a pair of flamers onto the build. Normally these flamers would be ammo in the legs actually, and yeah, I normally wouldn't have case either, I don't think, but here I can just put case on because it's crit slot that's available. So 7 more armor in the arms is available. Maybe that'd be better than putting it in the legs. I don't know. Probably would be. That's the build. Skill wise, I'm going to run this through quick. It could be scienced out better. It probably should have cooled down, but I don't know for certain. I got heat gen, velocity, heat gen because I'm expecting flamers and I want to reduce the amount of heat I'm getting when I fire my weapon, because I've got a heat capacity of just over 50 from my understanding, and this generates 5 heat. So if I minus it by 1 point something, right? So flamers will take me to 90% and then I can fire still. And the heat gen will help a little bit with that as well. Flamer ventilation because I have flamers and it does something for flamers. I don't actually know what. Cool. Magazine capacity because that's free tonnage. Same with missile rack, missile spread, high explosive because I'm taking missiles. There's debate as to whether or not this is useful, but it's only 2 skill nodes. Let's just grab it. Armor structure. I took the overheat damage reduction because I was expecting flamers and flamers versus flamers, and I'm still going to be firing, and I'm going to spike my heat over 100%. My heat management's not that great. If I'm in a flamer mirror match, this might save me, having just 20% less damage from overheating. Speed tweak because I cut my engine down to a light 295. This puts me back up to 68.5 kph. Helps me to close the gap a little bit faster and helps if somebody's going to be trying to kite me. Anchor turn because if I get legged, it'll help me to shield my legs. Or even if I'm not legged, it helps to. Well, I haven't really been doing it, but you can torso twist while leg twisting, and it'll twist your mech that much faster. Anchor turn's a very useful skill for brawlers. The circle game where, you know, you're trying to leg them, they're trying to leg you, or you're trying to circle around behind them. Anchor turn is great. I took some improved gyros. Cool run because I need to dissipate the heat once I'm up at the capacity I want to be dropping back down faster. Cool run you just automatically take anyways, but I was thinking again, flamers. My heat's going to go to 90%. When they stop flaming, I want the heat to drop as fast as possible. Seismic sensor, I'm brawling, and sometimes you got to try and detect people sneaking around. It's not quite caves, mandatory, but it's still a very good skill on a brawler. And cool shot stuff because I took two cool shots. I don't know if I ever had an opportunity to really use two cool shots, so I could have gotten a couple of skill nodes back. UAVs actually work on this map, so worth taking UAV. If you don't see a guy, or if you're worried about them getting behind you, or you want to know their build while you're running in, and you're within UAV range, pop that UAV, get the intel, get in there, get it done. Yeah, pretty straightforward. And I'm going to go through that Mad Dog build real quick. I think I still have it together. Yeah, this is what I was running in the previous a Solaris event from like a couple years back, where it was clan heavies only on caves. This is what I was playing. Again, you strip a ton of ammo because you're doing you only need to kill one mech. You don't need to kill more than one mech. It's not, you're not needing to kill 2 or 3 mechs or damage 2 or 3 mechs. There's only one mech that you need to take out. This mech is heavily quirked for the set of 8. Gives you bonus ammo as well. And it gives a ballistic heat skill limit +1. It gives ballistic cooldown -10%. Like, it's pretty well stacked. And it's got a ton of bonus armor as well. +25 in each side torso. And it's got more ballistic cooldown there. It's a little bit of a squishy mech still because it's only a 60 tonner, but it's a pretty nasty brawler. And again, I think the Orion's going to be better, but it's something that was maybe worth considering. And last here, I'm going to pop up the warhorns so that we can, I'm going to redeem them so that we can listen to them before I end the video. Yeah, there we go. So I got my 12 in. I just kept going for a little bit there until I actually lost. As soon as I lose, then I quit out because that's what I'm doing. I don't know if the KDA of like an 11-0 or an 11-1 or any, sorry, not KDA, win-loss ratio. Because it's a win-loss ratio leaderboard, is an 11 win, 0 loss, and an 11 win, 1 loss. Are they counted the same? I have no idea. But this is the event. Gives out a crazy amount of C-bills. There's also the bonus C-bills in the event queue itself. Bonus experience as well, but I'm tryharding, so I'm fully skilling out my mech before I go in. And then on top of that, these Solaris Reborn warhorns number 4, 5, and 6 are added in here as well. So let's go put that in, give it a listen. Oh, I might have to make sure that they actually redeem yet before. Again, let's see. Oh, here they are. Okay, give them a little quiet listen. All right, so it's basically just a couple of guitar riffs. I don't know, it sounds okay, it doesn't sound amazing. And the other one that I forgot the last time was the Duncan Fisher Warhorn, which also was given out. Here we go. So give that a little listen quick.
This is more like it. The sparks are flying. Let it go. Let it go. Hot damn. That looked like a real blast. Haha, you're welcome in advance. This is more like it. The sparks are flying.
Okay, so I think that's 4 different voice lines that it has that it cycles through. I believe they actually got the Duncan Fisher voice actor from the MechWarrior 4 games to voice this Warhorn. I'm not confident on that. They did do that a while ago, so that's kind of cool. Anyone who's a fan of those old MechWarrior 4 games, that's, I guess, a little something there. And it's a good event. Even if you lose, you still get, it's basically just play 10 games. You have to, oh, there it just ended, so I was just about to pull it up on my screen to look at it again. Yeah, you just have to get 50 match score. Basically, if you aren't disconnected, you're going to get 50 match score. And it doesn't take very long to do this. The queue was pretty hopping today. And it gives you out the 5 copies of each of those Warhorns, plus C-bills and general skill points, which is pretty generous. This is a very, very rich event in terms of the rewards that they're giving out. So that's it for me. I'll probably come back and make another video for the mediums and the lights. Hopefully I'll do a map other than Liao Jungle at some point. And yeah, I abused the flamers today. I'm a bad boy. I'm sorry. It just is so much easier if you don't have mechanical skill and are too lazy to try and think of a way to beat the flamers yourself. I mean, heavy Gauss, that's a really good idea if you can aim. I don't play heavy Gauss. I can't aim, or maybe I just never actually gave much of a chance. But yep, good times. We got some wins, and I guess that's that. So thanks for watching, whoever actually does watch these videos, and I'll probably upload another one in like a week or less, hopefully.